I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Australian Institute of Horticulture and also everyone that was in the creation of the Hazel King Memorial Scholarship. Thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, so thank you.
Thank you very much, Evan. It's congratulations. It's a big achievement that you've had both a scholarship and your award. So congratulations, and yeah, I'm thrilled to host you for the next week or so and see what we can do.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
and thank you for giving us a little preview. We got in yesterday. We got a little private tour, and it's just been fantastic. What inspired you to create the Inala Jurassic Garden?
Okay, so I've been in wildlife tourism or ecotourism for the last 32 years, and I'm a biologist, and I'm really interested in both botany and zoology. And during our tours, particularly in Tasmania, we talk a lot about Gondwana. And so I thought it'd be really nice to have a couple of specimens that we could show the Gondwanan connections between things.
Just a couple?
Yeah. Well, I'm one of those people that either, you don't do anything or you go completely overboard. And I'm a world famous monster creator. So this was always going to be a monster that I was going to create. Very fortunate to be able to get access to a lot of amazing specimens.
Stunning,
that's why I was inspired to do that, and then it's just grown from there.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
What is the mission behind the Inala Garden? What do you hope to achieve with creating such a beautiful, beautiful place?
So it's a multi-pronged sort of thing. As I said, when I first created it, it was increasing awareness and education thing about Gondwana and our amazing plants around the globe, and particularly showcasing our amazing Tasmanian plants, a lot of which are Gondwanan and paleo-endemics and all of that.
Fantastic.
So that was the original plan.
Has it grown since then?
It has,
Okay.
yes. It's diverged a lot.
Okay.
So then we've got from that, then I figured there's only 5 acres here.
Yep.
And the property's 1,500, but I'm trying to stick to 5 acres because it's all privately run and it's a big black hole that I throw money into.
Yes.
But I figured because of my of the lack of space and because of my passion for conservation, that I would then diverge into the pointy-ended stuff of insurance collections. So that's where I've developed collaborations with other botanic gardens and having insurance specimens here of critically endangered species that we know that we can grow here and know that, I can't save the world, but I can have a crack at a little part of it, enough to make me sleep at night.
I think you're making a world of difference,
Thank
quite
you.
literally. How can we encourage more people, especially younger people, into becoming horticulturalists, conservationists, or even just plant enthusiasts?
Well, I think that a lot more younger people are more concerned about the fate of the world than when I was growing up in the dim, dark ages. It's a real thing now, and every time you turn on the news, there's more horrible things happening. So I think there's more of a need, more of a sense of urgency, and I really hope that, that can be converted into action. It's pretty difficult because a lot of this stuff revolves around volunteering, and a lot of young people these days haven't got the capacity to be able to volunteer because they're trying to live, right? So earn a living and everything. I think through just increasing awareness and maybe this conservation angle in the botanic gardens, I think that's a really important thing to make everything count more rather than, having a garden with pretty plants is one thing, but having a garden with awesome plants that are critically endangered and you're actually helping to keep a species chugging along is another thing. So maybe getting that message across, I'd hope, would be a thing. We do a lot of work with young kids, particularly between about 6 and 11.
What sort of programs do you do?
They're mostly school groups that come, and we have various different things. And I find that whatever you throw at those kids, they're like little sponges, and they really take it on board. The great thing is then they take that message home to their parents. So you might not be able to convince their parents, but if you sort of convert their kids, then they haven't got a chance. I haven't got kids of my own, but we do a lot of stuff with the local school kids and other things. So I think it starts young.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think that's, the more younger people we can get involved, the more we can affect multiple generations of people and get this message out.
Yeah.
And I love what you're doing here.
Thank you. And I think it's great to be able to connect people too. So that's why I'm so keen over the course of this period that we've got you down here to introduce you to people, many of which are about your age.
Yep.
So, you know, you're the next ones coming through. Might give us a bit of a rest on some figuring. So no pressure at all. But yeah.
I hope we can do you justice and make you proud as well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
What do you think currently the biggest threats facing the flora and fauna and conservation efforts that you look after?
I think it's this changing climate. I feel I have an obligation to do something because I think it's human induced.
Yep.
And so
Definitely.
if humans have caused it, then humans should just
We
jolly
need to-
well roll up their sleeves and do something about it.
I
Because,
agree.
you know, we can't just put our heads in the sand and pretend it's all okay. So that's what drives me, the need to be able to sleep at night knowing that I've done something to offset all the things that we as a species have done.
Yep.
And the fact that we think that we're the big top thing, we're part of the ecosystem.
Exactly.
And I think for an intelligent species, we're pretty damn dumb. But anyway, don't get me started on that. I think that's what drives me. That's where I think that we need to, you know, these bushfires in Victoria at the moment.
Yep.
And for that matter here in Tassie, things that were cloud forests that are no longer cloudy, and I'm hearing that species, you know, they've got about 40 years before they, you know, they can't exist anymore.
Which is crazy.
You know, it's just awful
Yeah.
to think about. So, yeah, that's what we should be all doing something. And even if we do a little bit, I think it all counts.
I completely agree.
Because some people say to me, I'm worried about this, Tonia, I think you should do something. And I say to them, why don't you do something? And they say, oh, because I'm too busy and don't have time. And I think, well, that's not very good, is it? And besides, I'm not twiddling my thumbs. I work 8 90-hour weeks.
Exactly.
So, you know, don't come to me about being too busy.
Yep.
But if everybody did a little bit, that adds up to a big bit over the greater scheme of things. I think it's inspiring people to just get that first step and do whatever they can.
And I want you to know that you've definitely done that for me.
Oh,
So-
excellent.
so
That's great.
If we can
Yeah.
encourage other people, I think it's going to be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
The more the
this is
better.
the start of something big.
Exactly. How can people contribute or support to the great work that you and your team do here down at Inala?
Well, I think there's several people who volunteer to come and help weed and generally propagate and all that sort of stuff. They're invaluable to Inala.
Yep.
And little things, if you've got a couple of spare hours, I would imagine that would be also very welcome at somewhere like Mayfield.
Definitely. We could always use a couple of
Yeah,
volunteers.
that's right. Any little bit that they can do. We have a lot of clients from our wildlife tours that donate money, and I've set up a foundation, which is a charity, so they get a tax deduction, because they were giving me money and saying, we love what you do. We don't feel we can do anything except give you money. We live in cities or whatever.
Yep.
And I didn't feel it was the right thing to do to just put it in my back pocket.
Yep.
So I've created a foundation so everything's all clear.
And what's your foundation called?
It's called the Inala Nature Foundation.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
Okay.
so everything's Inala. There's
Okay.
lots of little branches of Inala. So that's something people can
Okay.
do to help if they've got any spare cash lying around, or to join a group, whether it's the Tasfield Nats or the their local plant group, or we've got a couple of environmental groups here, the Bruny Island Environment Network that's really active.
Lovely.
And if we, just joining groups, and it's good for the soul being in with like-minded people
Yep.
who also give a toss. So
Okay. That's just a bit of a fun one. It may be hard to answer though.
Oh no.
So I'd like to know, do you have a favourite plant in this living collection?
Oh, they're all my favourites.
Yes, correct answer.
But look, pretty much go for the underdog. So
Okay,
I've got to say, I've become very invested in these critically endangered ones. Withering Tonia Whitey, which
Yes.
is the one that the conifer that I'm working on, looks like to becoming the first conifer to become extinct in the wild.
Oh, wow.
From Malawi. So I'm really passionately trying for that not to happen. The
So-
Wallamais, I mean, you can't beat a Wallamai, can you?
No.
And the monkey puzzle,
Yes.
I was telling you that seeing monkey puzzles in the wild, they're just a life-changing experience. But I just love them all. I really do.
I think that's a correct
so-
answer for any plant
That's right.
enthusiast.
Yeah, that's right. It's not even a challenge, but to be given a specimen,
Yep.
and you do a bit of research and you think, okay, I'm going to give this the best possible chance
Yep.
of surviving, and it's so good when it works.
Yes, when it
You
works.
know? And when it doesn't, you cry like anything. But yeah, I take it very personally if we lose a plant. Thankfully, that doesn't happen often.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so that's pretty much sums it up, I think.
Lovely. Well,
Yeah.
again, thank you for your time, Tonia, and thank you again on behalf of the Australian Institute of Horticulture and the Hazel King Memorial Fellowship. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to learning still so much more. We still have so much time in the garden.
I know,
so-
we've got lots of things to see,
Yes.
lots of people to see, lots of things to do. Thank you very much for coming, Evan, and I'm genuinely excited and chuffed. It's great to see, and I just love people that are in the botany area. They're all just so nice and so invested and, wanting to
Fantastic.
help. So,
Well, if
it's
I can help in
fantastic.
any way, I plan on doing so.
Thank you.
And thank you very
Yeah,
much.
thanks, mate.